Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are playing mono white aggro today. Well, kind of mono white. Before we had a mono white aggro that kind of splashed red to be able to play some experimental frenzies. We're doing that again. I did go ahead and add one copy of it just barely because I forgot that that's kind of a good thing to be doing. But also, we want to be splashing for Regal Leosaur. Leosaur doesn't actually have to pay red mana, so you don't have to splash as much. You can just use the mutate ability, but occasionally just being able to bring out a 2/2 is really nice, and you can bring this out and then mutate onto it again with another mutator like our King Caesar or our Cub Warden, and we can still get the mutate ability, which says whenever this creature mutates, other creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. So we've seen some really powerful effects like this where you can just, you know, pump all your boards, swing in. I mean, Unbreakable Formation is kind of a similar effect, but what we want to do is just basically build an extremely wide board, and then we pump all of our creatures +2, which is a big deal. And if we get to put Regal Leosaur out first and then mutate onto the other Regal Leosaur, first off, this is still a 2/2. It doesn't actually mutate pump itself, but it pumps everything else, and so everything get +4, and that is definitely enough to win games. And so that's what we're trying to do, basically build a really wide board with our Raise the Alarms, all of our 1-drops, a lot of good 1-drops here. We have Ginger Brute, Healer's Hawk, Garrison Cat. I like Garrison Cat over the Lifelinking Cat because, yeah, we want to have Lifelink Cat, but we're trying to go aggro here. We want to be able to have stuff die and still go wide with our board. Fairy Guide Mother, really good to just be able to pump up like a Venerary Loxodon at some point, and then swing over the top, or an LC Life's Bounty. I do like the Ginger Brute here because it gives us a little bit more of just like constant damage against a board that's kind of locked up, and it also is just another hasty threat that we can have in our white deck, which is not always possible. We are splashing red now. I was debating on even going into like having like a Fervent Champion. I apparently can't spell. Or something like that, but I decided to kind of stick with more of the mono white theme this time. There are definitely some other good decks out there that we're going to be building in the future. Cub Warden, 1 copy because we want to be able to have mutate abilities. King Caesar, because for 3 mana I can mutate again onto a Regal Leosaur that's out, or just mutate and pump all our entire board +1/+0 and make a creature a 3/4, which might just be able to get us through a big blocker or something like that. And so King Caesar or the Huntmaster Liger is another good piece here, but I feel like the Regal Leosaur is definitely better. And then our 1 Experimental Frenzy, I am only running 20 lands right now. Oh, sorry, I'm running 19 lands. Okay, I do need to go up 1 land. So we're going to go up 1 land here and drop Elswith Sun's Nemesis is really fun. You know, I did just go up the Experimental Frenzy. Let's cut 1 maybe Fairy Guide Mother, and we'll go like that. We have plenty of creatures that I don't feel like losing 1 copy of that's going to hurt us a ton. All right, let's go ahead and play some ranked. Up against Wahirk, bringing on Wahirk. And we got some 1-drops, got a 2-drop. We have Raise the Alarm, which is really nice. So we're going to keep this. We don't have other mutate abilities, and so I'm going to go for the white strategy first. If we had another one in hand, I might go Regal Leosaur first. Let's go Ginger Brute, get in some damages. Bring him back down to the starting life total. All right, so this is Fire's Invention, and this is probably one of the main reasons that mono white isn't being played that much, is because this deck has a bunch of really good answers for what we're trying to do. Mainly Deafening Clarion, and so they're typically going to be trying to play Deafening Clarion on this turn, and that's why Raise the Alarm is kind of a good answer for it, because all of a sudden we can just flash into more 1/1s and get in for a big swing, hopefully with Leosaur on the next turn. We do have to get to 3 mana, so that's why I'm debating if I want to be running a few more lands. Like 21, 22 might be right, but I also am kind of liking how this is. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of go wide here. So let's go Garrison Cat, Ginger Brood. We get to swing in for 4. If they have Deafening Clarion, great. If they have Fire's Invention into it, that's really bad. Maybe I should have held up another Raise the Alarm. But Garrison Cat at least keeps 1 body on the battlefield. See if they have it. No, just a fairy. Okay, it's a fairy. Totally fine.
Sorry, I'm late.
Totally fine. We do have to kill it so it doesn't Deafening Clarion at instant speed. That's not good. But we can Regal. Oh, we don't have the mana. All right, so we're just gonna Raise the Alarm at instant speed. So, you attack there. 3 in at face. They didn't have Fire's Invention. That's a very good thing. Actually, they did play a tap land though. Pass the turn. Yeah, they've only had tap land, so maybe it comes out here. All right, so Shadow the Sky, that's fine. No Fires of Invention again. We get to swing in for 3. Regal, if we hit land, how much do we get here? So we get 3, 6, and then this gets pumped up 1. I think we're gonna go for 1 more turn, be a little bit greedy here. If they have another board wipe, which they probably do, I'd rather just get in damage now and maybe like Elspeth can finish them off later. So let's go ahead and mutate onto this. Our soldiers, that's the other thing for Raise the Alarm, is our soldiers are not humans. Put it over. So other creatures get a pump. He gets a +1, kind of. So down to 5 past the turn. With Fairy Guide Mother, we have lethal next turn. Okay, Chandra, okay, kills our board. Boo Hiss. And they can do it again. So Elspeth here is actually pretty nice. All right, create some 2/2s, pass the turn. We have lethal with Fairy Guide Mother again. Because we can pump up here and then play that. All right, Elspeth Conquers Death. Killing Elspeth, that feels wrong. Chandra, let's see, they do -3 again. That's fair. All right then. Fairy Guide Mother. They've just had a bunch of answers so far. What are the odds that they have it again? They have to be playing a win condition of other sorts at some point, right? Maybe this is just Jeskai control instead of Fires of Invention. I'm just thinking that we could get in a little bit more damage by just pumping next turn. We also don't overcommit to the board too much. And so I think we just, but getting out more of them helps us with Fenrir Loxodon plan. But I think that we're just kind of going for the, try to get in damage and maybe just play that out fairly. So let's just pass the turn. Keep some cards in hand so that we can still consistently have threats on the board. Because they're down to 5 here. As long as they don't find Kenrith or Dream Trawler, we're in okay shape. Oh, I forgot about the pump there. Teferi. All right, I can't do anything now.
For my excellent timing.
The bounce. Yeah, so I guess I should have played out the other Fairy Guide Mother. But I mean, they may have played out a board wipe instead of Teferi then. They get back Chandra. Oh, gosh. What do we do about that? Venerary Loxodon can still survive Chandra. They can -X, I guess. I did not expect Chandra. People haven't been playing this for a while. All right, Garrison Cat is a good one. Fairy Guide Mother. They get back Chandra. We can pump the human, swing in for 3. I almost want to be playing some sort of like direct damage spell here as well. Maybe there's like a version of this with cycling that would be really good, so that we can bring in Zenith Flares as well to kind of finish out the game. They definitely bring back Chandra. Like there's nothing else they would bring back, right? Then they can have an instant speed spell. Yeah, so pass the turn. I think that we may have been just a bit too slow at this one. We were close, but being on the, this is the difference of being on the draw instead of being on the play. Does make it difficult. All right, takes up.
I've got time.
If they don't go for the Chandra kill here, it's because they have a board wipe of some sort. Unbreakable Formation would be nice, but we can't cast it at instant speed anymore.
Make some more room to fight in.
Create a cat, or a human. A hummin. They're good at Banishing Light, the 1/1. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is brutal. Alright, yeah, they've had everything. Everything's not gonna be alright. Alright, I think that we're done here. With the Chandra still available, yeah, they just take up. Not worried about a 1/1. Yeah, I think that we're done for. Again, this is the difference of being on the draw versus being on the play. Yeah. Now they can gain 2 life every turn. We can't keep up with that. And my hair is so long. All this quarantine madness. Can't get my hair cut. Double Raise the Alarm into Regal Leosaur is really powerful. And then Unbreakable Formation as well. Alright, so keep this. Yeah, Feeble Passage for red mana. I guess we don't have to find red mana if we want to be able to play multiple things on a turn. Alright, so we have another white spell, so there we go. Feeble Passage, pass the turn. I always am excited and hope that people are going to play Selesnya, but no one ever actually plays Selesnya. It's really sad. Alright, they're going to have lots of removal, which does make playing our Leosaur a little bit harder. Grab our Wood Mountain. Pass the turn. They don't get to put anything on anything because we don't have anything on board. Take that, fool. Alright, General Kudrow. Yep. That's cool. Yep, resolve. That's fine. Swings in for 2, I'm assuming. Maybe also playing some Justice Strikes for removal could be good. Oh, wait, I don't have Conclave Tribunal in here. Definitely need to bring in Conclave Tribunals. Let's go with Garrison Cat and Raise the Alarm, and then we'll Leosaur next turn or Unbreakable Formation. Unbreakable Formation feels pretty good. And then we can Leosaur with an even bigger board. Okay, pass the turn. So we want them to play aggressively here, not have any blockers. We are definitely going to be able to do more damage than they will with what we have in hand. So, I mean, having our life total go low is not great, but no blocks. Okay, Raise the Alarm. Alright, Unbreakable Formation pumps the team even when Regal Leosaur kind of doesn't. Like, so if they do board wipe or kill this guy in response, it's not great for us. Veterinary Loxodon's fun, but I think this is a good turn to go Unbreakable Formation. Swing in for 10. And then the next turn, as long as we do get to mutate onto something, they hopefully spend removal now. Oh, and we can also Veterinary Loxodon after the turn. Alright, so yeah, this is perfect. Okay, to 6. Auto pay. Everything gets another counter. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Dude, Mono White aggro still is pretty decent. It's not a bad deck. I mean, the biggest issue is that Fire's Invention is so good. All right. Counters still go onto everything. They do get to kill for the big guy. If I was them, I would have waited and maybe... They want to spend their mana. They can gain life and draw a card by killing Garrison Cat. Lurrus comes out, so they have some more life gain. Okay, plays a Giant Killer. Okay, so no removal at the moment, so we definitely get Leosaur out. So what we want is probably mana so we can play Ginger Brute as well. Oh man, if we had mana, we had lethal just by pumping in Ginger Brew and paying for it. We're gonna go for Leosaur though. This is what we came to do. So, mutate onto. We actually kind of want to keep it alive. Okay, go onto the Garrison Cat. Put it over. It gets a pump, so it's up to 4. They can kill it with Cheville, but that doesn't actually take place until after the fact. The biggest issue here is Lurrus. So yeah, we get a swing in. They have a blocker. They only take 1, but they lose their entire board. So they could have gained 6 life there on that turn, had a card draw, killed. Yeah, so It was still a little bit risky that they could have been able to come back there, but we would have been really far ahead. Okay, up against Dinnick. Bring it on, Dinnick. Ooh, no white mana. We really want to be able to play things on turn 1. Like, having the red mana is nice, but I think that we can have a bit better draw. Especially on the draw, we need to be able to play aggressively. Unbreakable formations are nice. What? I thought I only had 1 mountain in this deck. Yeah, I can't keep that either. Wow, alright. All of the worst lands possible. Okay, drop here, drop King Caesar. Keep those. That's just rude, deck. For all of the planes that we have in 3 mulligans, we found our 2 mountains every single time. I feel like that's a little bit broken, honestly. That's just me. Okay, past the turn, we're going to raise the alarm. Hopefully he doesn't get countered. We do get Ginger Brute with the red mana. That's something. Definitely holding up potential counter spells here. Are you kidding me? What in the world are the odds of that happening? Okay, so the amount of draws that we've had, we found so many mountains in those draws. That is just ridiculous. All right, let's go ahead and play out Ginger Brute. We could give something protection and play like Life's Bounty, but let's go ahead and swing in now. We'll play out probably Healer's Hawk is the best one here, especially if it is Simic Flash. All right, Sea Dasher Octopus. All right, so can't be blocked. We can block one of these dudes. Okay, take 2. Garrison Cat is a good blocker for the Sea Dasher Octopus, and we do want to block it. So let's go ahead and play that out now. Pass the turn. Letting them have card draw is not great. This is a hard matchup for us. The fact that they can just flash in things, and they have all the counter spells, and we drew the way that we drew, which is a little bit ridiculous. Experimental Frenzy could be very good. Although not without white mana. Okay, play Healer's Hawk. Again, having flyers, a lot of their stuff doesn't have reach, but they have Essence Scatter. Of course they do. Attacking for 2. We can hold back the Ginger Brute and just like sack in response to them attacking, gain some life, be up a little bit more, keep them from drawing cards. Do they have ways of mutating it and giving it flying? Getting the life total low is a little bit helpful. We're not at a very good place right now. Pass the turn. I'm just thinking, like, we can't hold that up for very long, and I'd almost rather hope that they just draw into not very good things. Because, I mean, they're top decking anyway. I mean, they're still drawing cards every turn anyway. I just don't feel like holding up a blocker every turn is going to help us win. All right, we actually want them to flash something out here so that we can get down Experimental Frenzy. It's probably getting countered, but we got to try for it. It's a way out of this madness. Yeah, Frilled Mystic. Yay! Swings in for 5. They're winning the race currently, if they have any other creatures in hand. Okay, down to 16. Alright, Ginger Brute. Another Essence Scatter. Life's Bounty. Kind of surprised they're playing as many Essence Scatters as they are. I guess 2 copies is probably pretty good in this deck. And a Mystical Dispute. Yeah, that's game. Cannot come back from that. What in the world is with this draw system? We have every single red source that's not a white source. What? Okay, there we go. That's better. Oh my goodness, keep this. Drop the experimental frenzy. Dude, I don't know what's going on with this. I'm a little bit frustrated. So I think they let in the Ginger Brute, but we do want to be able to block Healer's Hawk. If they have lots of life gain things, or they have like the Pride Mate here. Because I mean, who plays Pride Mate? They can gain life by blocking. Alright, let's go. Life's Bounty, Ginger Brute. Pass the turn. We aren't playing the Heliod, we aren't playing those kinds of, that kind of mono white, which is very, very good. If they have Heliod for next turn, we're in trouble. Yep, no blocks. We're just gonna get down Venerated Loxodon next turn. Get out Ginger Brute, Loxodon. They get to swing in with Healer's Hawk, and if they have Heliod, we're in a lot of trouble. They don't have Heliod, though. This is a pretty aggressive play, and they're going to have a hard time dealing with it. So, yeah, I've not brought in the Conclave Tribunals, because I want to build this how it is, but at least 2 to 3 copies need to come in. I'd probably go down the Experimental Frenzy, maybe a few more Mountains, because apparently we have way too many in the deck. Man, all right, Healer's Hawk comes down, yeah. Lots of life gain, but we have the big board. Swings in, yeah. They gain enough life, it's definitely worthwhile. We have blockers for days after the fact. Able Passage for Leosaur on the next turn. Go ahead and crack it now. I think that we just Loxodon onto everything here. Having our board be a lot tougher than all their stuff is nice. So... getting a 5/5 is also good. They get Heliod, they go for a very aggressive play next turn though, which we may be able to actually come back and win with the Leosaur after the fact. Because I don't think they'll be able to kill us. We'll see. Pass the turn. The Ozolith might be kind of a fun thing to add into this as well, because we have the Ginger Brutes, we have things that get really big. So I could see like 1 copy of the Ozolith being a fun thing. Okay, Prison Realm hits big one. We will get rid of... okay, Protection from White. That took up their entire turn. We get to keep a big guy, lose a 3/3. It is a life linker, which is pretty relevant, but that's fine. That's fine. So the only thing better than Regal Leosaur here is Unbreakable Formation, being able to keep our blockers up. They gain lots of life. Yeah, swing in, gain 4. We go down to 15. That's cool. That's cool. Raise the alarm. I think starting to swing in is better here. We could swing in with just what we have. I mean, what do they block with? So we could like play the Raise the Alarm and get a bigger hit on the next turn. Back Fairy Guide Mother. Because then we probably get pretty close to lethal on the next turn. They have to block if we use this now, though. Alright, let's do this. Swing, 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 swing. Hold up blockers for the Healer's Hawks. If they want to trade off with Linden, we're pretty fine with that. We get two more peoples. They could have another Linden in hand. Yeah, blocks one of them, takes the rest. Okay, pass the turn, and then if they do have a massive swing with Heliod, we get to raise the alarm, chump block if we feel like we need to, and then Geosaur, Vanishing Light. Okay. The Fairy Guide Mother. I'm actually okay with that. Swings with Linden. Swings with everything. They get to gain a lot of life, but they tap everything down. Yeah, we don't care about blocking their stuff. Down to 7. Raise the alarm. Mutate onto... I think it's the Loxodon guy. Put it under. Pump everything. We need to hold back some blockers because I don't think this is lethal. We get 10, 16. Yeah, not lethal. How much do they have? So again, if they have Heliod, we're dead. We needed to keep our flyer alive to be able to not be dead. To block whatever Healer's Hawk they make the biggest. Down to 6, past the turn. Yeah, we were 1 away from actually having lethal. But now, as long as they don't have Heliod, they don't have lethal either. And then we get to swing in with Ginger Brutes next turn. So I think their best play is still to swing in with the Healer's Hawks and gain as much life as they can. Keep our life total going a little bit lower. So yeah, I would swing with both Healer's Hawks here. They gain 4. So what we're looking for is another way to mutate. To get another big swing. Like if we find another Regal Leosaur, we get such a big pump. That would be good. Actually, then we just have lethal with a Ginger Brute. They can't sacrifice all State of Life's Bounty to gain 1 life. Dude, this is a close matchup. This is tough. And just the life gaining mono white is good. So while I was testing this deck, because you end up getting paired against a similar deck so often, I actually ran up against a few of these. So we can hold up Ginger Brutes also to just stay alive. To gain some life. They just gain so much life, man. See, they have 3 in the air here. Heliod is still lethal. We'll hold these guys up on the next turn. I don't think we can afford it for this one. Okay, pay. Swing in with everything but these guys. We have 3 blockers for what's on the ground. We take 3. If they have removal, we still survive. So yeah. Swing like that. I think they actually have to block one of these guys. Which, yeah, they can easily. They don't need to block here. I wouldn't if I was them. I would just go for the race. Okay, down to 5. Alrighty. We need another pump spell. We need to keep their board not that wide. And they need to... See, I mean, if they still keep swinging with the Healer Socks, they don't have as many blockers. Oh, protection from white. They have lethal. Nice. Oh, I forgot about that side of things. Yeah, we should have held back one Ginger Brute. Oh, no. All right, so they gave it protection from white. They swing in. We don't have anything that's not white. These guys are white, right? Actually, does it specify on that? Yeah, okay, they are white soldiers. Alrighty, bummer. Forgot about that. All right, only one land. But we have a couple good one drops. Like, it's almost worth keeping this and hoping that we just draw an extra card on the draw, because we can get to Venerate Loxodon pretty quick if we do have a land. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this. This is fairly risky, but I kind of want to see how well this can do. All right, play Healer's Hawk. Healer's Hawk is kind of trades off with Scorch Bitter. We can just block it straight up and it doesn't do any damage, but we can also just start hitting in for damage, and we counteract the amount that it does extra by gaining life. So I think because we want to get life total down, we actually go for it, and we need bodies on the battlefield and hopefully draw a land. We drew a land. Ooh, yeah. We could gain 3 life here. I think we need to go wide though. Get our Venerate Loxodons out. Go Life's Bounty. Have some sort of pump spell or shock. All right, swing in. So yeah, we want the Venerated Loxodon next turn. Yeah, all right, so we need land for it now. Once we get out 4/4s, this deck has a hard time getting through those. Yep, no blocks, take it down to 16. Raise the alarm. All right, attack in. Pass the turn. The little bit of life gain is very, very nice here. If they go Annex, swing in, we could raise the alarm, maybe kill Steamkin. Could just kill both of these guys now. I feel like they've got to have some sort of spell. I want to see if they like highlight something here. They could just have light up the stages as well and have not really anything else. We could double block here. But we have Venerated Loxodons. That is the thing, is that we are trying to go for the aggro play. All right, so no attacks. Sorry, no blocks, I mean. The Rimrock Knight. Yep, they could have pumped there. Down to 11. Rimrock Knight plays it out. The issue here is if they have Embercleave. Embercleave kind of makes Venerated Loxodon worthless. All right, so Fairy Guide Mother. We can hold up Protection, but Protection doesn't really stop Embercleave either. All right, if we hit land and then King Caesar for the next turn, swinging with a bunch of 3/3s and some life gaining stuff, we should be able to close this out. All right, let's pass the turn. We're leaving ourselves open for a very big swing. We're basically just hoping that we go to 1 instead of 0, and that's the dream. Looks like it could be an Embercleave. Yeah. Let's see here. So Embercleave goes on to Steamkin. It gets up to 5. Yeah, so if they have Embercleave, we're dead. If they don't, we have a shot. Gosh, they always have everything. So annoying. I wish this was a creature that you don't control, because we could put it onto the Runaway Steamkin in response. So let's see if they don't know how Protection works. So Protection, actually, if they put it onto Steamkin, Yeah, so because it's on Steamkin, so I'll just showcase how this works. It doesn't actually work this way, but we'll give it protection from red. That means that all damage goes through instead, because it prevents all damage, and so instead everything goes completely through. Oh wait, they changed it? I thought that's actually how that worked. I guess I'm wrong. How about that? It still tries to do lethal, I guess. So we get to kill Steamkin. We lose our life linker though. Eee, man, this is hard. All right, so how can we survive? We can keep 3 blockers out. We really needed land there. I mean, Annex just gets too big, right? If we had hit land for Leosaur, we could have swung in for a lot. That's probably lethal, actually. What? No, it's 12. Close to lethal. Yeah, we just can't beat it. Up against 10 Pesana, and this is finally like a really good hand. I feel like this is the kind of hand we should be having more consistently with this deck, and it's kind of been frustrating that we haven't had it. All right, play Elsie Life's Bounty, hopefully getting some life gain. Garrison Cat might be better to play first, but meh. It's a good blocker against stuff. Unbreakable Formation seems really good. I'd rather get Unbreakable Formation onto life linkers and things that can bring things back. I'm surprised they didn't swing in it. They do have first strike. I mean, we get to swing in for life gain though. So I mean, we do win that race. Run away, Steamkin. Unbreakable Formation probably just kind of closes out the game here. Having 2/2s right away is really nice. We could fight as one, give something indestructible, and raise the alarm, and then Unbreakable Formation on the next turn. So I mean, yeah, I think that's better. So pass the turn. I mean, 5 2/2s is better than 3 2/2s, right? That's how math works. Okay, Robber the Rich. Okay. Let's see if they swing in. These are not humans, unfortunately. Yep. Anyway, Steamkin gets really big. See how they swing in. Okay, raise the alarm. My turn. Ooh, I really want to counter on Healers the Hawk too. Yeah, we need to start going a bit aggressive, showing them what we got. Okay, swing in. Everything's indestructible. So they're taking, probably take the 8. We gain 2 life, or gain 4 life. Up to 22, they're down to 12. But they can do things like Ember Cleave and whatnot, and that's not great for us, you know? Okay, so what we do here is we block here. I'm assuming they have Ember Cleave. You know, actually, we block like this. Double block there. I don't think we care about Steamkin. We actually want to be able to swing back for quite a bit. So maybe we don't even block the Robber of the Rich. They can Castle Embereth to pump Fervent Champion. We can double block here onto Steamkin. Like, even if they kill one of these guys here, we gain 4 life no matter what. And I guess we do want a human so that we can get the fight as one as well. So let's go ahead and kill Robber the Rich as well. Okay, they do have Embercleave. They can put it onto the Steamkin and try to go for the aggro play. Scorched Bitter, alright, so they get to kill our 2 life linkers. We get to gain 2 life here. They can pump it, just get it. That is a terrible trade-off. I mean, maybe they get like, I guess because they had the 2 unblocked creatures, they get like 1 more point of damage that way. I don't feel like that's a great trade-off. They light up the stage. They do have Embercleave on the battlefield. We get to swing in for 5. Healer's Hawk. We can give it Indestructible and block something pretty well and gain 2 life. Torbrand is what they found. Wow, okay. Actually, I mean, that's a tough choice, though. Alright, so play Healer's Hawk. Mountain. Swing in for 5. Swing in for 3. Block, kill 2 things, be able to swing in for more next turn. Healer's Hawk should be able to close it out for us. They can equip here freely. We could use this to actually win the game as well. So we get 5 this turn. And if they swing all in, we get 7 next turn. So it depends on whether or not they go Embercleave or Torbrand. Torbrand's probably the better play for them next turn. Which, if we can find some other pump spells, we're still fine. We're at 17. I don't see how they can kill us next turn necessarily. So Torbrand comes down, they do 3. This will be 5. Bring down to 7. Okay. I think just a Healer's Hawk to kill something might be worthwhile, and we may want just the pump here, because if they do tap down, all right, so Runaway Steamkin, so they're not tapped down. They can play a lot of things out, though. That's true. If they have like a 1-drop here, then they get to play Torbrand still. They don't get Torbrand. This only taps for 3 mana. Alright, so here's the question. I think we have to try to find a pump spell for next turn no matter what, so... block here. They have 3 mana. They could have another Embercleave. So let's block here, because no matter what, we get to kill it. Actually, you know what? Let's block the Runaway Steamkin, because if they do pump for anything, we still block the most damage as well. So target human, non-human. Okay, up to 16. So we lost 1 life there. They lose a Steamkin. Play Torbrand? They don't have the mana for Torbrand. Light up the stage, okay. I mean, we're still in trouble. We don't have a way to actually deal lethal here. Another... Alright, so Robber the Rich. And then they have 3 more mana for later. They lose Torbrand, though. Alrighty. I mean, they can equip and still have Castle Embereth up, so we are in trouble. We are getting closer to actually potentially being dead. F10, 5 damage on board. Sorry, 15 damage on board. We go to 1. Come on, deck, give me something. This has reach. Seriously, deck, come on. All right, play land, pass the turn. This is why we're only running 20 lands, because we don't want to be drawing 5. we want more action. What do they find in hand? Probably something perfect. We'll see. So they can play this for 2 instead of 3. And they can equip, they can put it on after we go to blocks. So regardless though, without playing another creature or having shock in hand, they only do 15 points of damage. Because they can put it here. They do have Embereth, but if they equip here, it's better to just let the damage go through. What kind of pump spells do we have? So I think that we block here. What pump spells do we have? Any pump spell will give us enough to deal lethal after this. Unless they have a blocker. And this dodges this shock. So, I mean, I think that's their best that we can do. So, yeah, we get to block 2 points of damage. I guess we could have also blocked the Fervent Champion. Yeah, we probably should have blocked Fervent Champion as well. Just because I'm pretty positive they're going to try to go for as much damage as possible here. It would be silly for them not to. I mean, we'd love for them to put on the Robber of the Rich. That'd be great. Okay, yeah, take 10, take 3 more. Down to 3. And we have to find something good here, otherwise we're dead. Yeah, all right. So they did have the shock. Man, they drew everything perfect. Alrighty, that's game. Oh, come on. Man, I just feel like we've drawn really poorly with this deck so far. Like, I feel like this deck has potential to do some really good things, and if we drew well at all, like maybe we could bring in Embercleave to this deck as well, but we just drew very, very poorly. So yeah, sorry, I'm probably going to post this one with just like a ton of losses, but we saw how terrible some of those draws were. And then we just never like that game against Mono Red, they had literally everything, and we just can't, like, all we needed was one Regal Leosaur or, you know, whatever. I mean, they played it well as well, so a little bit frustrating. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.